Yo, good morning, YouTube. Welcome to the first day of the cut. And what better on the first day of a cut than to do one of the biggest squats I've ever done. You guys know I haven't gone over 700 pounds since the injury a year and a bit ago. And today is that day that I want to push it and see if I can still hit over 700. Now, we've completely revamped the squat. I used to squat super narrow. I would use the wraps to bounce myself out of the hole at such like high force that nothing was gonna fucking stop me out of that hole. But now, because I'm still injured, I need to take a wider stance. I need to brace my core more and lean forward into the lift. That gives my core the stability and it gives my back the stability to not push that disc out of place and hit that sciatic nerve. I've done several singles at 655 with sleeves, so I think doing like 710, 715 shouldn't be like that out of the question. Now, obviously, you guys saw that I ended up getting to 251 pounds. Look of that video, it was fucking rough. I threw up like what, 7 or 8 times that video. It's been 4 days since then. We did a weigh-in today at 239 pounds because quite frankly, after I tried to push that much food down for the day, I just didn't eat for 3 days. You guys know I went to the doctor, they gave me this Pantrazol, and it's been helping a lot. But now that we are on the cut and we're not trying to like shove food down our system, my stomach acid is gonna be thanking me, and I'm excited to see how lean we can get this year. But more importantly, I do think I wanna compete on April 27th at 220, nothing like really higher. So we're gonna try to get down to like 230 and then make a 10-pound weight cut like the day before the meet, just so we have the best chance to have a walk-in win. I'm a little scared of doing the 3 lifts on the same day because even after I squat, my back is a little irritated, and then after I bench, my back is a little irritated. So to do all 3 lifts in one day is gonna be pretty fucking nuts. But we're gonna cook up some breakfast here and I'll show you what we got. And I forgot to mention, we are back on blasting the BPC 157 and TB 500. So many companies right now are having problems. We have completely changed our most recent stack because I couldn't handle the trend and the halo. I just mentally couldn't do it anymore. I'm gonna get into that in the next video, but yeah, I'm telling you guys, I do 250 micrograms of BPC 157 2 to 3 times a day, depending on what the lift is that day or the next day. And then I do 500 micrograms of TB 500 every other day. TB 500 doesn't need to be taken every day. BPC is more for like inflammation, makes my back feel better, makes my joints feel better. And then TB 500 is more for like the rejuvenating, like helps rebuild cells and so on. So gotta get those peptides in. Got back to the OG style breakfast, which we got 5 eggs because I don't have any egg whites, but the minute I get egg whites in, we're gonna swap those back and just do 2 eggs with egg whites. I've just been eyeballing the oatmeal. We probably got around 70 grams of oats, and we're going back to the brown sugar and then a little bit of frozen blueberry. And then we got some water. To be honest with you guys, I have not been on my water game. I need to be drinking like at least 6 to 7 liters of water a day, and I've just not been doing it at all. So yeah, that's basically simple breakfast. We're going back to super simple meals. It's not gonna irritate my stomach as much. I'm gonna try to stay away from the cheese, stay away from all the sauces, and kind of just stick to the bare minimum. And it's gonna do not only my physique and body a service, but get all my health markers back in check. I'm not gonna lie, that bigger by the day cycle was pointless. It's way too much shit. It's just, you don't need that much, guys. Like steroids are like the finishing touch on the cake. It helps with a little bit of fullness, helps with like a little bit of that leanness, you know? But when you abuse them, you start to look shitty. You start to get too many side effects, and that's when your body starts to fall apart. So we're gonna finish this. I'm actually gonna watch some TikToks, try to get some ideas for myself because we are killing the short form content. It's why we're growing so much on all the platforms, is our short form content is blowing up and our long form content kind of just coasts around the same. So yeah, if you haven't checked out our short form content, go check that out, and I will see you in a little bit. All right, guys, so it is a kratom day today. We don't go crazy on the kratom because I don't really need to anymore. The doctor prescribed me like that naproxen, which does good. But I just have like a plate of the kratom, and then I just pill it myself. Probably gonna do maybe a gram. Nah, we're gonna do like 2 or 3 grams today. Get that like euphoric feeling to absolutely annihilate these squats. I'm dressed in full like hoodie, t-shirt, tank top, shorts, sweatpants, because it's fucking freezing in Canada again. Like, it is back to negative 20 degrees and it's almost April. Like, tell me how that makes sense. But we're also gonna pair that with the new Gorilla Mind. They just dropped their new formula. I think the Icy Rocket is out. The Blackberry Lemonade is my all-time favorite right now, but I don't know. We're almost like, we got these tubs not too long ago, and it's almost empty. So I'm probably gonna get Icy Rocket next because, I don't know, I just wanna change it up. But this shit, it's amazing. It's like the perfect come up, but I won't lie, taking like heaping 2 scoops of this, there is a little bit of a crash after. I noticed that if I like need to keep going through the day, I kind of have a monster because I train so hard, and I think I use like so much of like my mental capacity into the training, plus the caffeine for the stimulants. I notice like a little bit of a dip like in my overall performance later in the day, but that's also probably because I do 2 heaping scoops. I think if you did like 1 scoop, 1.5 scoops, it would be perfect, and you could just like actually keep going for the entire day. Acne Attack skincare orders here. 4-pack of soap is probably like the top seller, best bang for your buck. And then we're heading to the gym, so let's get this fucking squat day and see what happens. Alright guys, so it is the very next day from those squats, and I actually just took the entire night after those squats and went to the Kuwaina spa with my boy because I was toasted. My legs hurt, my knees hurt, everything hurt. I don't know if you can see this, but I ruptured a blood vessel in the center of my eye with that squat, and those squats have never been so hard ever in my entire life. I don't know what the fuck was going on, but it was, okay, so this is the deal. Usually, I don't know if I went over this at the beginning, but I squat super narrow, and then I use the wraps to like just explode myself up. Now, that's the heaviest I ever squatted without wraps. I took a wider stance like I normally do, but man, my body is not used to that weight at all. So I'm like walking back, then I'm walking forward, as you saw, and they're like, stabilize it, stabilize it. I'm like, I got it, I got it. So then I finally go down and I'm like, oh, this isn't that bad. Like, I fucking squatted 735 since I've been 19 years old after a fucking couple months of training and taking steroids. I squatted 500 after 6 months of training, then went to Worlds, won Worlds in a year, and then waited a year, hopped on gear, and then squatted 800 a year after that. So I'm like, bro, this isn't gonna be hard. Mind you, the fucking hardest squat I've ever done in my life, it was harder than the 800. I know my body wasn't primed for that, and I've been probably going out a little too much, and I haven't been like peaking because I can't peak for this meet because I have to relearn how to do everything for my back. And my back today is fucked. It's literally fucked. We're gonna take a naproxen right now and see if we can kind of like reduce some of the pain. We're only doing arms and cardio today. We're doing an hour of cardio right off the rip, and we're doing it all post-workout because I don't have a pedal for my spin bike, and I don't want to walk like 30 minutes on the treadmill because when I did the prep last year, that irritated my back to the nines. So we actually got up fairly early today. We're already showered up. And we're gonna not eat breakfast because I got a call saying my fucking camera is in. So we are gonna do a little fancy transition in 3, 2, 1 to having my old fucking camera back. Let's go. And we're back. So this was the camera that I was using. It's like a T6i. It was like the first camera I ever had. The only good thing about this is like the Sony a7 III doesn't have a flip out screen. The flip out screen version is the S, which is like $2,000 more. So I could actually see what I look like. I can't even see if this is like in focus, but it's always been on point. And then my cameraman, Emmanuel, like we haven't really been doing anything because I haven't had a camera. So we're back, baby, we're back. So I actually went to Walmart right after this just to get, oh, this is in focus here. We'll find out. I mean, I've been using this camera for so long and it's always been in focus, but basically diet has started because we got to get shredded for all the traveling I'm going to be doing. And obviously you want to be the most shredded at every festival, so that's the goal this year. And we got to make weight for this powerlifting meet in a couple months, a couple weeks. So we got 4 bananas because you cannot buy more than 4 bananas or they're disgusting. I prefer my bananas green because I like them like harder. Fucking gay. We got some thin sliced bread because there's only 14 grams of carbs per slice here. So it's just an easy way to cut back on carbs. We got a whole bunch of rice cakes because no more chips. So these are like most pre-workout meal is like 7 rice cakes and a protein shake, or yeah, that's usually the pre. We, like I said, are swapping out all the eggs for some egg whites, only having 2 whole eggs. We got some salad to put with some steak. We got some sauce because I need this sauce to put on like the chicken and rice at the start because the chicken and rice is just too bland. I can't do it coming off of eating whatever I want. We got some mushrooms and then we got a whole bunch of these potatoes. I got like 6 of these. They were on sale for $1. I just air fry these up, put some, I can't believe it's not butter on it, and we're good. So just because I just got the camera back, the battery is about to die. So I'm gonna put all this away, try to clean up a little bit. The house is kind of disgusting and my head is like so conjumbled with all the stuff that's been going on because massive fucking changes in my life, guys. But when is there not? You guys love seeing this channel because it's just a train wreck. But somehow the train always gets back on the track. When the train is on the track, you guys hate. But when the train is off the track, you guys also hate. It seems like there's no winning on the internet for all these keyboard warriors. But I'm gonna charge up the camera, clean up, and then yeah, it's gym time today. Since we already filmed the heavy squats, like I said, I'm just gonna do an arm day today, just take it light, do a lot of tricep work to help the lockout on the bench. So probably won't film much because I'm gonna go to Good Life because I wanna do the recumbent bike and get like a solid hour of cardio in. Maybe like 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, 20 minutes on the recumbent bike, and we'll kind of see how it goes. So stoked to have this camera back, and yeah, I'm just glad to have like the quality of the footage back.